That is not true.
You gotta show me that in the Bible.
I can't. God didn't make the world and make everything.
Show me how I pulled a verse out of context. Please. Give me Isaiah 28:9. To be converted. Now, why would an Israelite need to be converted? Can you explain that to me? To convert back to the law, statutes, commandments that the Most High gave us. No, they're not. If they were blessed, there wouldn't be any conflicts over there. Is it not? There would be peace. There's not peace in Israel right now.
No, it's not peace now.
Exactly. It would have been fulfilled. Now read.
But thou art rich, the synagogue of Satan.
Well, that's the synagogue of Satan over there. That's why there is no peace in the land of Israel. Chief house of the devil. Okay, because the word synagogue means chief house.
Okay, the hand of the
Now
wicked.
it's evident that the Caucasian race has been ruling the earth.
If not, where and who is it?
If the white race ain't the wicked, who the hell is it?
And so with that,
Hey man, death to America,
death
man.
to America.
Death to America. Tries to go to war, man, for this so-called devil. I mean, for this goddamn devil is ridiculous. Because you'll point out, it's the same thing they do in the churches. Mainly the motherfuckers in the churches, man. We're gonna bring out 100 scriptures, man, to let you know that the Lord is only dealing with Israel. We're gonna bring out 100 scriptures to show you that the so-called white man's a devil. On top of that, we're gonna bring out 1,000,000 examples of how there's millions upon millions of crackers out here that don't like the Black, Hispanic, and Native American man.
That's right.
What they're gonna do is they're gonna bring one scripture that might say the Lord loves everybody. They're gonna bring out one motherfucking devil like a goddamn, well, who's the one goddamn cracker devil that they, you know, fucking goddamn, we're gonna bring on Joel Osteen, you know? Fucking Joel Osteen, he loves everybody, man. He's a fucking great guy. What about Dr. Phil, man? He's helped so many black people on his fucking show. Yada, yada, yada. So that's two motherfuckers, and I can name you 100 right off the bat.
Yeah,
Bill O'Reilly, George Bush. Hey, and the fucking list could just go on, man.
That's right.
All right?
Clinton.
Hey, man, there go two goddamn devils right there that hate them some niggas, man. All right?
That's absolutely.
Turn around, man. It's a devil right here, man. It's walking down the street. Hey, what they say on his head? Devil? Republic, California Republic, man. You hate you some niggas, don't you? You hate you some niggas, don't you? Yes, you do. I can see it on your face when you hate you a nigga, man. That's three right there, man. All in a matter of 3 seconds.
No, sir. That's a plea cop. That's a plea cop. You know why? Because he got to come down here to 15th, 16th and Island with a bunch of niggas. So he got to play nice. Because he'll get his shit took. He'll get stabbed with a broke crack pipe.
Hey, this brother's on point, all right? Since when has the minority canceled out the majority of a nation, man? That's the reason we went into slavery, man. That's the reason we're in the position we're in now. Everybody wasn't just, you know, completely just fucking wicked, man. But guess what? As a nation, man, we went into slavery and went into hard bondage as punishment, man. I don't give a fuck about these goddamn crackers that play like they give a fuck. Because the only thing they gonna do is, it's like, man, what the fuck do they really do, man? All they do is they gonna donate to a charity in which the charity only has to use, what, 5, maybe 10% of the money that they get for the fucking charity or for the fucking kids that they, you know, get these donations for. And the rest of it, they fucking pocket it, man. You pocketed 90%. These motherfuckers pocketed at least 60% of this ALS fucking donation challenge, man. In 2013, man, these motherfuckers made $55 million.
So let me tell you something about that ALS.
And only use about 40% of the money.
And ALS only affects older white males.
That's right.
ALS, you got all these fucking pieces of shit. And next nigga, hey, all you niggas doing the ALS challenge on Instagram, the Most High is getting ready to take you out. Okay, I'm just letting you know that right the hell now. The Most High is gonna take you niggas out, all right? The goddamn ALS challenge. Right. To hell with all you older damn devils that get ALS. I hope you get worse diseases. Right. I hope the Most High plagues you with diseases that aren't fatal but just make your life miserable until the missiles come and get you. I wish nothing but the worst on all the families of these. I have all the problems. Where's the diabetes walk? For you old jakes with diabetes. What about Agent Orange? What are we doing for all them black vets that died in Agent Orange like my grandfather? Nothing.
Hey, man,
But as soon as a problem with a goddamn white person, now we gotta mobilize, we gotta raise some money, we gotta make it happen.
Hey man, AIDS. Where's the
And then
fucking AIDS shit, man?
the elder Tazadakba, right, was going into how he had the patent and he gave the number of the patent to the cure for AIDS. It's patent. So there is a cure for AIDS that you niggas don't know about, except Magic Johnson. He know about it.
The thing is, what I'm saying is
Magic Johnson still laying pipe into his wife, man.
Nobody's contributing, man. Nobody's contributing, to that type of foundation or to get that, mass produced. Let's duplicate it, mass produce it,
Let's
and
get it
out.
into these communities.
That's right.
Let's get it into where let's get it to where Jake is at and infected with it.
Psalm chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
That's right. The words of this devil's mouth is smoother than butter, right? Rick.
But war was in his heart.
But war is in his heart. No matter what no matter what lies he tells us, no matter how much he tells us there's equality in this goddamn place, no matter how much he tells us that racism is over, war is in the heart or the mind of this devil, of this so-called white man. That's why war is constantly being waged against the black and Hispanic man. Look, I didn't even bring this out, right? I go into the bank a couple weeks ago, right? And it wasn't even for me, right? I was with the brother. The brother was here from out of town. His woman had sent him some money because he was finna get this automobile. Sent him a couple $1,000s, right, to get a car that he'd been saving up for. All right, not like niggas is just having racks on racks on racks, okay? But he came down here specifically to purchase a vehicle, right? Now when he came down here to purchase the car, he had put the money in my bank account so it didn't cost a grip to wire it, right? So I goes into the bank, and this devil got the nerve to tell me that I have to make him feel comfortable with withdrawing my money out of my bank account that's cash, that's not a check, that's not pending, that's available now. I gotta make him feel comfortable to take the money out of my fucking account. I said it's because of the amount and the fact that I'm a person of color. Oh no, it has nothing to do with skin color, sir. That's a goddamn lie. That is a goddamn lie. And I told him straight to his face, if I was a cracker like you, with a suit on like you, I could have came in here and got as much money as I wanted. But because I'm a so-called black man, right, a so-called person of color, no matter if you might have perceived me to be black or Hispanic or whatever you might have perceived me to be, right, you knew I wasn't a devil like you, so you had a problem. And the fact that I'm young, you have a problem with me withdrawing my money out of the bank. That's available now. That's straight cash now. And you telling me the white man is not the devil and racism does not exist in this country? Are you out of your goddamn mind? No matter what he say, no matter how smooth his words are, it's war in his heart. I have to make you feel comfortable? Fuck you. I don't never want you to feel comfortable. Anytime a damn so-called cracker get around me, I want you to be uncomfortable as possible. That's right. I want you to say cracker like it's your goddamn name. That's right. Because according to me, that is your name. Or devil. You seen on Crank. You remember on Crank when he got in the cab with the Haitian nigga? All he referred to him as devil. That's your goddamn name. It's devil. That's who you are. The fucking devil. What I'm supposed to do? Call you Tim? That's just a pseudonym, okay? That's an alias. Your name is Satan, okay? Where we at?
Strictly.
Start that back over from the top.
I'm gonna start at 20, man, because this goes into what I went into earlier in Isaiah 24. This is Psalms chapter 55, verse 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
He had put forth his hand. When the pilgrims hit the shores, it was all good, man. The Tainos, man. It was all good. These dudes coming with this love the stranger. They love the stranger, man. And look what the fuck happened. We ain't in the time of loving no stranger, man. Unless he's our brother. Which is meaning an Israelite of pursuant to the flesh. Right. We ain't in the time of loving the stranger. We ain't in the time of loving any other nation. We in the time of mounting an army, right? In the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, in the nation of Israel. We are in the time of mounting an army so the Lord can rise us up and this place can go down. That's what time we in. Not loving anybody outside of our nation. Okay? We ain't in the time of none of that shit. Go ahead, Al.
It says he hath broken his covenant.
He hath broken his covenant. The so-called white man is broke, like we talked about earlier. Every treaty that the American government made with the Native American, what happened? They broke it. The so-called white man is a serial covenant breaker, which is why we call you the devil. You a goddamn liar.
That's right.
You stole this land, and then you stole other people and had them build this land up. And then you turn around and had the people you steal the land from now is running the land again, which is the so-called Latino. Then you think the Mexicans is charging too much, so you letting these Guatemalans come up here, so you can charge and El Salvadorians, but they work for even less. Goddamn tragedy. This whole goddamn country is built upon bullshit, and that's why it's gonna burn. Go ahead.
Verse 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than
So
butter.
the so-called white man speak words smoother than butter. You think it's all good, you let this devil tell it. He thought he acted like it was all good when the pilgrims came to the Native Americans. What's my man named Squanto? You remember Squanto? They came to these motherfuckers, it was all good, right? Let you smash Pocahontas, right? All that. And what did you do? You slaughtered the North American Indian. And that's why it's the hell with Pocahontas. Piece of shit. Go ahead.
Right, man.
All you black and Hispanic women that's running behind these goddamn white people, man, you worse than the goddamn white people. Goddamn traitors, read.
It says, but war was in his heart.
But war was in his heart, so war is always in the heart of the so-called white man.
Hey,
always
man.
in the mind of the so-called white man. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna read it over. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, so war was in his heart.
That's right. So these black and Hispanic women let these damn crackers come and lace a little game to them, but it's war in his heart.
That's a tear, man. That's a tear bitch, man.
Yeah, con. But she thinks she's black though.
That's right. That's right.
And that's how motherfuckers will perceive it, even though, because that bitch is goofy than a motherfucker. You kidding me? Look how she was rocking her goddamn hair. No woman of the Southern Kingdom is coming outside with this shit. Look, I ain't going outside.
That's
I'm not going.
tear.
So you go ahead, you hold that hand of that white man. That's fine and then. We know what the Bible say. Don't hand join in hand.
She didn't feel good.
You're going to burn up. She's cut to the heart. This is the thing about
She
it.
didn't feel
This
good.
black woman, this Hispanic woman, she walked by a camp, man, she's cut to the heart, man. But the so-called black and Hispanic woman, they're proud, they're stubborn, so they're going to portray the fact that they feel good about what they're doing, that they're proud about what they're doing, but they know why they do what they do, okay? It's only because they perceived Esau as God, or they with Esau for the benefits of being with Esau. Esau come with benefits.
It says, but war was in his heart.
War is in the heart of all these white people.
His words were softer than oil.
His words are softer than oil. You ever had to rub that oil on? Woo, that's soft. And that's how this cracker speak. Like it's all good. Like we just in this loving America. This united America. Read.
Right. Yet were they drawing swords.
Yeah, where they drawing swords. It's a sword in this white man's mouth.
That's right, man.
It is a goddamn sword. He wants to kill us as a people.
That's right.
He want to kill his own self.
That's right.
That's why the so-called white man called Leviathan. Leviathan is that serpent with its own tail in its mouth. Because you devils killing each other. Y'all gonna be your own downfall. That's the coldest thing about it. You gonna have the goddamn Russians that's gonna send missiles over here and kill a lot of you devils. And over to Western Europe taking the beast out. You can't handle the truth, okay? You can't handle the truth, all right? You ain't nothing but the devil that the Bible speaks of, and that's the truth.
That's right.
Satan. Devil gonna walk by and shake his head, but the so-called white man is a coward, okay? That's why he walk by and shake. If you walk by and shake your head, we gonna call you out, motherfuckers. And if you got a problem, you'll come back. Righteous bold as a lion, as the Bible say, okay? So you can walk up the street, whistling your goddamn tune, shaking your head, holding your fucking slut whore, pork-faced dog wife's hand.
That's right.
Okay? And tell her it's all good and that, you know, that those niggas don't know what they're talking about. But yeah, we love everybody. You know we got that black family we hang out with. You white people are full of shit, okay? Full of shit. And you're pieces of shit, okay? And the young black and Hispanic men is getting gunned down, beat down in the streets, and they wonder why we come out here and we mad as hell. What the fuck else I'm supposed to be? That could have been any one of us that got arrested for drinking the Arizona iced tea. Just like it could be any one of us that got killed for going to the store and getting the Arizona iced tea like Trayvon Martin. That could be any one of us that was walking down the street with our hands up and got gunned down like Mike Brown.
Or the brother in L.A.
The dude in Ezel Ford in L.A.
Yeah, he was handicapped at that.
He was handicapped. Then the other dude that they killed in St. Louis, whose mom is in IUIC, he's handicapped too.
Yep.
So we got Ezel Ford, Mike Brown, the dude in Ohio. the other dude at St. Louis, Garner.
They got choked
Garner.
out.
Well, that's Eric Garner.
Oh, okay.
And then we got the dude in Tulsa, Oklahoma, who the off-duty officer hunted him down and killed him for dating his girlfriend. Dating his daughter. Okay? You have off-duty cracker goddamn police that hunted this man down for dating their daughter, their sweet little precious pork-faced devil daughter, and killed him over. And he only been dating the bitch for a week. After the parents kicked the daughter out of the house, and Jake gave the bitch a place to stay. Hopped out of the car and gunned this man down for the fear of seeing their daughter with a black man.
Okay, his father did?
Her father did. Her father hopped out of the car and murdered this young man.
And what'd they say?
They locked him up. They locked him up. But he was a cop, but he was off duty. And they locked the mom up. They locked him up. You couldn't justify it. It was no way around it. You was off duty. You hopped out of the car and you killed the boy. There was no way of justifying it.
Yeah.
Esau gonna dance if he got room, but he ain't got no room to dance. He just gonna have to say, "Fuck it, you gonna have to go." But he was so afraid, just like these crackers.
This recently?
Yeah, this was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I did a video on it. But they're the same devils that would castrate and hang Jake when they seen their daughters taking a liking to him on the plantation. That's the same group of devils that would do something like that. You're so afraid. You're so afraid of the so-called black man and what it'll do to your daughter, right? That you gotta kill him, man. That's why we would get castrated publicly in the ancient days. They was afraid, man. The so-called white man is terrified of the black man. That's what I was saying. They terrified. That's why all white people can understand and support Darren Wilson with his murder of Mike Brown. I understand why you were so afraid of that big, aggressive, angry black man. They're so aggressive, they're so angry. Maybe, why don't you take into consideration why we're so aggressive and angry? If you wouldn't have been treating us the way you've been treating us the last fucking half a millennium, then maybe we wouldn't be so angry and aggressive. Maybe we'd be a little more easygoing with you. But we not, we
Right,
can't.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man
The
mad.
Bible says, surely oppression make up a wise man mad. So if you're so-called black and Hispanic and you mad as hell, and you got these people wondering why we mad as hell, it's called oppression. The Bible says, surely oppression make up a wise man mad. You've been getting killed and beat for 500 years, you better be fucking mad.
That's right.
What the hell else you gonna be? You understand what I'm saying? You mean to tell me you can steal the land from people, you can enslave people, and I'm not gonna be mad at you about it? The hell, what do I look like, an idiot? But if you go up and you start beating on the goddamn devil, if I seen an elderly white lady right now moseying down the street in a goddamn wheelchair and I just started brutally beating the shit out of her, you fucking crackers is gonna be mad. You're gonna look at me like a monster. You did that millions of times over.
Psalms chapter 120, verse 7. For
Uh-huh.
I am for peace,
Uh-huh.
but when I speak, they are of war.
That's
or
right.
they are for war.
They are for war. Even if we wanted to be cool with these people, you can't be going so hard. Even if we wanted to be cool, they still gonna be for war.
That's right.
That's still gonna be their agenda. Their agenda is just war. That's what their blessing. Give me Genesis 25. Or no, what is it, 28 or 27?
Oh, yeah.
When Isaac blesses Esau. Let's find out what their blessing is. That's why they always for war. It is their blessing to be a war. Our blessing is the kingdom of heaven. Eternal reign. Your blessing is a temporal reign and war. That's your blessing. But your reign is temporal. All this shit is temporal that this devil got. It's temporal. It's finite. Okay? We out here doing this work so we can gain the infinite, the endless kingdom. Always dwelling in peace. Right? That's what we out here doing this labor of love for in the spirit of power. Yahweh Shem Yahweh.
That's right.
This is Genesis chapter 27, verse 34. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry.
Yeah, because he's a bitch. That's why. A crying coward faggot. That's what the so-called white man. This is your forefather. This is your history. Read.
And said unto his father, bless me, even me also, O my father.
Uh-huh.
And he said, thy brother came with subtlety and taken away thy blessing. And he said,
Yeah, that's right. We stole it. What the hell you gonna do? Read.
Is not he rightfully named or rightly named Jacob?
Yeah, that's right. The supplanting. That's what we did. We've been supplanting you since the womb. Yeah, you came out first, but we held your heel and pulled your ass down. Now we number one. Okay? Read.
I'm going to jump to verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
So that's why they dwell in the good neighborhoods now, right? Read.
And the and the dew of the heaven from above.
Uh-huh.
And by thy sword shalt thou live.
That's right. By thy sword shalt thou live. So Isaac, the forefather of Jacob and Esau, which Jacob, of course, progenerated the black, West Indian, Haitian, Hispanic, Native American, right? And Esau progenerated the Caucasian, whether it be the Jew, whether it be the goddamn English, the Irish, the, you know, all of that, right?
Right.
He progenerated that. Our forefather said what? He said, by thy sword shalt thou live. That's the blessing of the so-called white man, to live by the sword. So you cannot help it. You are the devil, and war is all you know. So war is all you ever going to be dealing with and talking about. War. That's why no matter how sweet your words are, we know it's war within your heart, you devil. Read.
And shall serve thy brother.
And thou shalt serve thy brother. Because in the kingdom of heaven, you are going to be at the bottom of the barrel and the slave of the lowest form. Okay, go ahead.
And it shall come to pass, and thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Because what now, when the so-called white man had the dominion, they put us in the yoke. Okay? But don't worry, your yoke is coming. When your yoke comes, we ain't never put it off until you exterminate it, until you don't exist. You won't have a yoke on you until you no longer exist. And that's going to be a beautiful thing.
This is Numbers, chapter 10, verse 9. And if ye go to war in your land against the enemy that oppresseth you.
The enemy that oppresses. Who is the enemy that oppresses in this land? The damn so-called white man. Read.
Then ye shall blow an alarm with the trumpet.
Yeah, it ain't funny. It ain't going to be funny when you devils is getting killed out here. All right?
That's right.
We going to kill your little damn baby. Shut the hell up.
That's right.
I can't stand you goddamn white people. You pale, ugly, pork-faced, fat dog. Okay? That's all you goddamn white women are. And you damn white men. Pork goddamn faces. Walking pigs, okay? The most disgusting and vilest creatures on the planet Earth. Go ahead. Damn fat white bitch thinks it's funny, bitch. You need to hit 24 a little more, ho. And try a fucking diet. Go ahead.
That's right. And ye shall remember before the Lord your power, and ye shall be able to and ye shall be saved from your enemies.
That's right. When we remember the Lord our power, that's when we're gonna get saved from our enemies. So you got all these niggas that's out here wondering when is this gonna happen? When are we gonna stop getting gunned down by white people? You know why? You know what the problem? You know what's stopping us from getting gunned down? The only thing that's stopping us from us living in peace, us coming back to the Lord. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans need to come back to the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.
Sure.
And as long as we on the Lord's side, or enough of us is on the Lord's side, we gonna be straight. But we gotta come back to the ways of the Lord. Read that again.
Numbers chapter 10 verse 9. And if ye go to war in your land against the enemies that oppresseth you, then ye shall blow an alarm with the trumpets, and shall be remembered before the Lord your power.
That's right.
And shall be saved from your enemies.
That's right. When we remember the Most High God, we shall be saved from our enemies. But we got to come into the ways of the Most High God. We got to be following the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. And that's when we're going to be saved. That's when we're going to be delivered. That's when this devil is you're not going to be able to make war and prevail against us anymore. When we remember the Most High God, when we remember Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, we will remember the fact that we the Israelites. Right? When we remember our ways of old, when we remember how we serve the Most High God, that's when we're going to be delivered. That's when He's going to be on our side. That's when He's going to be with us to prevail against our enemies. And it's prophesied that it's going to occur. It's just a matter of time. That's why we out here trying to encourage you so-called blacks and Hispanics to come back to the ways of the Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, the Most High God. Come back to the ways of this Bible, which is our book. Right. Because the sooner we come back, the sooner this devil goes down and we rise up. Because it's all biblical prophecy. And you cannot trump biblical prophecy. Everything that is written in these scriptures either has come to pass or is purely fixed and get ready to come to pass. Okay? That's clear. Right?
Psalm chapter 140 verse 1.
Read.
Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man.
Deliver me from the evil man. Who is the evil man? So-called white man. Alright? The devil. Read.
Preserve me from the violent man.
The violent man. Who is that violent man? The so-called white man is that violent man. He's the one that has gone all throughout the planet Earth and done nothing but violence. Okay? Everywhere the so-called white man goes, it's a trail of tears and blood and violence. Why is that? Because he is the violent man. Because he is the evil man. Because he is the wicked man. He lives by the sword. And as the old saying goes, he who lives by the sword shall die by the sword. And there's one nation and race of people that lives by the sword. That's the goddamn Caucasian. Okay? Now go ahead. Read it verse 7.
Verse 2. Which imagine mischief in their heart.
Which imagine mischief. All this so-called white man do is imagine mischief in his heart. Imagine how to go and supplant somebody's land, take it from him, violently kill him brutally, right? Now they might say, well, y'all did it. That the Most High cursed Canaan, okay? That's why he did it. Canaan was just warming that land up on our behalf, okay? The Most High cursed Canaan, right? The Most High didn't give the so-called white man a license to go throughout the whole world and steal everybody's goddamn land. Show me that prophecy. Go ahead.
That's right. Continually are they gathered together for war.
Continually are these Caucasians gathered together for war. They're making war against the black and Hispanic. They're making war abroad in the land over there with them Arabs. Everywhere they go, the white man making war, right? Go ahead.
They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent.
They have sharpened their tongues like a... They talking all that shit. Who sharpened his tongue like a serpent? Bill O'Reilly sharpened his tongue like a serpent.
This is Psalm chapter 140. I'm going to start at verse 2. Which imagine mischief in their heart.
So that's all the so-called white man imagined in his heart. Total mischief. Right, Rick?
Continually are they gathered together for war.
So these crackers are always coming together, getting confederate to do what? Go to war. Go to war with the black and Hispanic. Like I said earlier, go to war with the Arabs. You had where they went to war with Vietnam, Korea, all that.